And now I say that we have some 3 minutes left, and if you have any brief questions, you're welcome. Thank you. My question is to Mr. Švedas, and my question is of two parts. The first part is about the situation in Lithuania. I really liked your presentation because your presentation really showed the system and how historians were educated in Lithuania. Those historians that were educated in the Soviet period have very little possibility of working as historians now. So therefore, they're mainly teachers at school and have other jobs. So I believe that sometimes the impression, therefore, may be a bit distorted, because sometimes what historians say sound like Soviet slogans. The second part of my question is as follows. Would you think historical, professional historians, what is their prevailing approach to what happened to the Soviet period in general? And I wonder what the international community thinks. I know that the international community has sometimes that leftist flavor. So my real question is about the approach to the Soviet past. Well, thank you for the questions. You know, it is very difficult to assess precisely how much continuity there is in humanitarian sciences now, to be particular, how much there is in history science. Of course, the very bastion or the place where Soviet historians, Communist Party historians were prepared, that was the Institute of the Communist Party. I know that those people find it very difficult to find jobs for themselves and to find what to do in general. But I can tell you that they are now able to find very safe areas, and they continue with their research. And that is some fact-finding missions that they engage in, and they must find their own relation with the present. And I think they do that just because they want to earn their living. So they're not really that harmful to society. What is harmful is the stereotypes of our mentality within society that still continue or persist from the Soviet period. They manipulate our responses and our views or insights, for example, about our neighbors or in our neighbors in historical developments and the Soviet past. And sometimes when you hear people using what you call the Soviet slogans, that's a different thing. Let's say in 2000, I know that this is a phenomenon, and historians observe that there is an attempt to legalize the attempt by some groups of people to legalize their functioning and existence. And in order to be in the texture of the current society, they must present their past in a different way, just to find or to cocktail a different past for themselves. You know, there are some stereotypes and some things that seemingly don't go together, but they are very well together, go hand in hand. You know, such controversies as distrust of the United States in Europe and understanding that you can't but be with the US, and therefore the ideological or the idea position is possible if you forget your past. All right, thank you. If you really have a very brief question, then you can go ahead with it. All right, yes. I'm sorry, I can't hear it. I'm so sorry, the mic doesn't work. The mic doesn't work, I can't hear. I'm so sorry. I can't hear, I don't hear anything.
Atsiprašau, galėtumėte garsiau truputį, negali išversti jūsų.
The mic doesn't work. The mic doesn't work. I don't hear it. It doesn't work. Išjungt reikia. Nieko. I don't hear anything. Please make sure that the mic's on the main, maybe on the main desk. If the panelists, please make sure, dear panelists, make sure that you switch off your mics. I don't hear anything. No, it doesn't come. No, doesn't help. So sorry. Maybe I'll be able to interpret the answer, but I don't hear the question anyway. Sorry. I don't hear it. I'm so sorry. No. I don't know. Well, thank you. Thank you for your question. I'm not so certain whether I got you right, but I'll try to answer. The question actually was about the Jews that left Lithuania via Poland. So it's not that easy to differentiate between the Jews and, let's say, the Poles that left Lithuania for Poland. We don't know what their final destination was, but we try to differentiate between the two groups. There were camps for refugees, and we know that there were some Jews that lived in the refugee camps for some time, and they wanted to leave for the United States or for Canada. They just didn't want to go to, let's say, to Israel or Palestine. And there were several waves, 1972, 74, and 1980, something in the 80s. So the people, the Jews that left the Soviet Union then, had actually nothing to do with Zionism. They wanted to leave just because they were Jews and they wanted to join their nation.
Gerai, ar daugiau yra klausimų?
Have we got any more questions?
Tęsime dar diskusiją, nes mes
No, we have got
turime kavos vieną pertrauką.
You know, we have a coffee break now, and then we'll have the real final session. So, do you... No. So, all right, we break for coffee now. Thank you for your patience and a coffee break. So, 4:20, we're back again.